Hi everybody, thank you for being here today. We are here and we will be talking about social media and identity. Social media plays a huge part in how we see ourselves and others. It can it connects us, inspire us and even shape who we think we are. But it can also create pressure, confusion and anxiety about how we present ourselves. In this presentation, I'll explore how online spaces influence identity, how they help us express ourselves, but also how they make us perform, compare, and sometimes lose touch with our authentic self. Our goal is to encourage awareness and balance in the way we use social media every day. Let's begin with one simple question. Why do we act different online? We notice that the version of ourselves we show on social media doesn't always match who we are offline. Sometimes we are exaggerate, sometimes we hide things, and sometimes we perform confidence. We don't feel like this realization led us to explore how digital spaces shape not just how we communicate, but who we become. We wanted to understand how social media changes our emotions, behavior, and relationships. Through reflection and discussion, we realize that our online identity often act like mirrors reflecting both who we are and who we wish we could be. One major pattern we noticed was the highest highlight reel. Most people post their happiest and most exciting moments like vacations, celebration, achievements, while leaving out the boring or difficult parts. It's not dishonest, but it's incomplete. Over time, this creates pressure to always look happy and successful. We start performing rather than living. We choose filters and captions that make life appear flawless. Eventually, the line between authenticity and image blurs. We realize that this constant self editing affect how we view ourselves and others, often make us feel like we are not measuring up even though everyone else is doing the same. Social media also makes communication tricky. Messages without tone or facial expression can easily be misunderstood. A short reply, no response, or an unread message can feel like rejection. At the same time, scrolling through other perfect posts make us question our worth. We might have hundreds of followers, yet still feel lonely or invisible. This disconnect happens because online communication lacks the warmth and clarity of face to face interaction. Instead of bringing us closer, social media sometimes leave us feeling isolated. We learned that digital communication could amplify insecurities and cause unnecessary emotion stress in our relationship. We also realized that we perform differently depending on platform. On LinkedIn, we are professional and serious. On Instagram, we are creative and stylish. On TikTok, we are funny and relatable. Each app depends a slightly different version of ourselves, and over time, that can become confusing. We start to wonder which version is a real one, or if there even one authentic self anymore. This constant shifting, self-shifting can exhausting. It can make us feel like we are acting rather than living. The online world gave us space to reinvent ourselves, but it can also make it harder to feel genuine and grounded. In group chats, Silence can speak louder than words. When someone doesn't reply or react differently than expected, it can feel like rejection. Inside jokes, unread messages, or delay in response can make people feel excluded or anxious. To hide discomfort, we often use laughing emojis or short replies that don't express how we truly feel. This shows how easy it is to misunderstand each other online. Even though chatting is meant to make us feel closer, it can create confusion and emotional distance. We discovered that digital communication requires more emotional energy than we often realize. As we discuss these patterns, we realized this project wasn't just academic, it was personal. We become more aware of how deeply social media affects our emotions, confidence, and relationship. We saw how much time and energy we invest in cultivating an online presence. The process helped us reflect on the difference between our online and offline lives and how those two worlds constantly influence each other. This realization was eye-opening because it made us think about how much control we truly have over our digital habits and how much they might be controlling us instead. To express what we learned, we create a short reflective video. Each scene was based on real life experience like waiting for a message, editing a photo, or comparing ourselves to someone's post. The small moment showed how deeply social media affects our behavior and mindset. Making the video help us visualize the pressure to perform and the desire for authenticity. It wasn't just a creative project, it became a mirror reflecting our own lives. Though we learned that awareness and honesty are key steps towards a healthy relationship with social media. We often compare our real lives to others' highlight reels. When we see someone's perfect vacation, relationship, or success story, it's easy to feel like we are behind. But what we are comparing ourselves to is only part of their story. This creates a false sense of closeness. We think we know people through their posts, but we don't see their full emotions or struggles. The illusion of intimacy can leave us freely inadequate or disconnected from reality. Recognizing this helps us understand that true connection helps happen in real life, not through filtered images or likes. Keeping up with online expectation can be exhausting. We pause to reply and check notification constantly because we don't want to seem inactive or uninterested. Over time, this digital platform becoming draining. We start questioning our own identity, wondering if we living authentically or just maintaining an image. The constant need to stay visible create emotional fatigue. We learn that stepping back and disconnecting from the need to perform help us reconnect with who we really are beyond what others see on screen. Behind every scroll, an algorithm decide what we see. It selects posts, ads, and trends based on what keep us engaged. Over time, this shapes our opinion, moods, and even our identity. It pushes up towards content that gets more attention rather than what authentic. This invisible influence means our online behavior is partly directed by machines. Once we understood this, we realize how important it is to question why we post and what influence our choices online. So, how do we take control back? We came up with a few small but meaningful steps. First, pause and ask why you are opening an app. Are you connecting or just escaping boredom? Second, post someone something real, not just perfect. Third, set small limits like no phone meals or time blocks without screens. These habits can help restore balance and authenticity. Taking control doesn't mean quitting social media, it means using it with intention. Awareness help us reconnect with the reason we started using these platforms in the first place, to connect, share, and express, not just perform. Every like, comment, or follower give us rush of dopamine that the brain reward chemical over time. That this creates a validation loop where we crave approval and feel anxious without it. We start measuring our worth through engagement met- engagement metrics. This makes it hard to disconnect, even when we want to. What began as casual sharing become a cycle of seeking validation. As Vasilia it 2000 at 2022 suggests that the pressure of social comparison affect how we define success and happiness online. Recognizing this pattern help us shift from seeking approval to expressing ourselves genuinely. Social media had turned ordinary users into brands. At first, cul- influencer culture seemed empowering, giving people voices and platforms. But over time, even authenticity become a marketing strategy. People curate their lives to attract attention or sponsorship, blurring the line between reality and performance. We learn that true influence comes from honesty, not perfection, and that it's okay to share life as it really is. Online, our digital traces never disappear. A single misunderstood post can damage reputation. Cancel culture culture exposes how fragile online identity is. While holding people accountable is necessary, public shaming often replaces meaningful conversation. This fear of backlash led many to self-censor, posting only safe content. The internet becomes safe for both expression and fear. We learn that online spaces should allow growth and forgiveness, not just punishment. Every time every time we like, search, or comment, data is collected algorithm, but profile based on our activity and sell the information to advisor. Digital tracking affect how we think and what we see online. Our digital selves are partly constructed by systems we don't fully control. We often trade privacy for convenience without realizing it. The first step to regain control is awareness, understanding how our data is used. Once we know this, we can make smarter and more intentional decisions about our online presence. Con- Constant comparison, endless scrolling, and pressure to stay connected all affect mental health. Seeing others highlight reel can lead to anxiety, low esteem, and loneliness. Notification interrupt focus, rest, and real world relationship. The heavy social media usage increases anxiety and social and emotional distress, especially among youth. This reminds us that social media is designed for engagement, not emotional well-being. Taking breaks, curating our feeds, and being mindful of our time online are small but powerful ways to protect mental and self-growth. Finding balance doesn't mean deleting your accounts, it means using them mindfully. We can share unfiltered, honest moments, limit our screen time, and spread and spend more time offline with our loved ones. A healthy digital identity comes from awareness, knowing when to engage and when to step back. Social media should be a tool for connection, not competition. Call to action. Our message is simple: be mindful. Social media isn't the enemy, it is how we use it. Try setting your phone aside from 1 hour each day, or post something real or unfiltered this week. Small actions like these help rebuild genuine connection and self awareness. Like, let's remind ourselves that life happens outside the screen. The more we practice digital mindful, the more we can enjoy social media as a space for creativity, authenticity, and human connection, not pressure or performance. Thank, thank you for thank you for listening. We hope this made you think about your own online habits. Does anyone want to share any and one way they plan to use social media more blindfully this week? Thank you very much. These are the references. You can check if you want to. So that's it. Thank you very much.